Another surprise to the upside for jobless claims, 744,000 last week. That's up from 719,000. That's the unadjusted, unrevised number from last week. Still waiting for the revised number. Continuing claims at 3,734,000 come in a little bit higher than anticipated, a little bit lower than they were last week. But right now the numbers still point to a job market that is still, unfortunately, kind of weak. Although, at the risk of talking against my own book, I wonder how much these numbers mean anymore. They were the key number for everybody for weeks and weeks and weeks as the pandemic went on. But with these numbers so high, and in contrast to the jobs creation numbers, I wonder whether they have that much effect anymore.
What's the difference there? And I say this, Mike, flatlining from October 20th of last year. I mean, we've basically flatlined at 700,000. What does that signal to you, given the JOLTS data, which I know you love, and given the jobs report that we just witnessed?
Well, the JOLTS data is showing an enormous number, more than 7 million jobs available out there. That's 2 months old, but it does suggest that there are openings. And we go back to the old question of whether or not people are qualified for the jobs that are open. But we went up 16,000. What happened last week that caused an additional 16,000 jobless claims, initial jobless claims to be filed? Nothing that I could see. And of course, last week we had the jobs report come in with revisions over 1 million jobs during the month. So you have to wonder at this point whether the jobless claims numbers are losing their utility and giving us much more of a picture than, yes, the job market still has to heal.
So this is exactly what I was expecting, that these numbers would be noisy. However, the degree to noisiness is really surprising to me. Can you just give a sense of how much of an aberration these numbers are? Are there any other data points out there about the U.S. labor market that confirm ongoing weakness to the degree that we see in the initial jobless claims?
No, you're not seeing anything like that in other indicators. The sentiment indicators like the ISM numbers show strong hiring plans. We're seeing that in the regional indicators as well. There's nothing that really tells us that we're going to be continuing to lose a lot of jobs. What analysts and experts say is that what we're seeing is people who got jobless claims benefits either went back to work and then got laid off again for a while, or they filed, they got some claims, and then they fell off because they didn't continue to apply every week, and they've come back on. So you get double counting. There are huge instances of fraud, the states say. So, you know, we know that the economy is starting to heal and jobs are starting to come back. And this is telling you the opposite, but it's really the only indicator doing so.